How do you set up your wheel in the Crew Motorfest? I'm going to let you know in this video, because if you have a wheel, the Crew Motorfest is just better on a wheel. They've done a really good job of making it work on a wheel, and when you have it working nicely, I'll show you now in this Formula 1 car, beastly with 8 gears. I mean, look at this. It's a really nice representation of the RB13, the Red Bull 13 car I'm driving at the moment. Super precise. Look how much speed you can carry through corners. You can thread through traffic. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. You're not waggling on a D-pad. Look at this. How precise. We're going to go around the outside there. Anyway, it's just awesome. But there's a few things you need to do. The first thing you need to do is actually connect your wheel. And it's not always automatic, at least here on PC. Should be on console. But if it's not, you go to Device Manager, go to your wheel and accessories, go to any one of the settings here, select it to do a new input, and just do a button on your wheel, and it should pick up your wheel if it's supported. Now, by the way, it doesn't work on Moza. I've tried on Moza to map the buttons. It just does not work. It actually destroys the game. The frame rate goes down to 1, and Moza is not supported here, so I'm using the Fanatec. So if it is supported, it should pick it up. And then you have all your mappings here. You can still change your mappings, by the way. So I've changed a few things, like with the GPS, etc. And you can use the triggers normally to go through the menu buttons. But that's not all. Once you've done that, then go into controls. And if you go to the right here, here's where you have your wheel controls a little bit hidden away. Now, I've made a few changes, a few tweaks that you might want to follow, but it's all personal preference. So I've upped the force feedback here to 100. And I'm adjusting the force feedback in the actual wheelbase itself. The damper I've gone down to 50, and the vibration I've gone up to 100. That works quite nicely for me, but I would mess around with it. Gearbox, if you're used to using triggers, have it sequential. If you have a shifter, you've got the shifter and even shifter with manual clutch. I'm using flappy paddles here, so I've gone sequential. The dynamic range, I don't actually know what it does, but I've just put it on. Now, the steering presets are actually as I would have them. There are 0 dead zones here for the steering and the throttle and the brake. And I don't have a clutch, but you can see here 0, and the linearity is 50, so it's equal. And that's actually what I prefer. So I would not change any of these. They do have presets. They call them stuff like wild and precise, but that doesn't make sense to me. I would actually just keep it like this. The clutch, interestingly, does have a dead zone, but I'm not using my clutch here, so I can't give you any advice on that. Now, a few other things to bear in mind is that your gearbox here is different to your wheel gearbox. If you're using a controller and a wheel, you can have it automatic here. You can have it sequential in your wheelbase. You've also got vibrate. That's all different, basically. Now, when we go back out to the game, there's a really important thing that was not configured correctly when I had it the first time. You should go and try and go to an open cockpit car, or go into cockpit view and anything, and rotate your wheel. And you can see here that my wheel rotation exactly matches, although I don't know what he's doing. Hang on, can I replicate that? He doesn't take his hands off the wheel. Oh, what's happening there? Hang on a second. Look at his left hand. Where's his hand now? It's not holding on to anything. Anyway, the wheel rotation is the most important thing, and that is accurate. Before, I had this at 1080 rotation. I believe the game is 900. So if you've got manual rotation, drop it down to 900, and then you have the 1-to-1. Oh, this guy wants a drag race. He blinked. Had him. And then you've got the best experience, in my opinion, to play the Crew Motorfest, which is on a wheel. So let me know how you found those settings, and let me know if you also want to see more stuff on me on a wheel in the Crew Motorfest. But I just really hope this video helped you, and I will see you. I'll see you next time.